Welcome to Technically Speaking, the show for the technically challenged. Well, I don't know about your house, but my house is cluttered with all sorts of hobbies and past clothing and things that we're not using anymore. So today's episode is all about eBay. From trash to treasure, how to get money, good whole cash, for the stuff that's in your house. Well, today for the first time on Technically Speaking, we have a guest with us. I myself have purchased many things on eBay, but have never sold anything myself. So we have with us today an eBay specialist who's actually registered with eBay as a professional seller who sells things for other people, storage facilities, or individuals who need help selling on eBay. We welcome today, she happens to be my mom, Christine Ruggieri. Welcome to Technically Speaking.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
Hi, Mom.
Hi.
So here we are on eBay.
Yes.
And if there's anything a lot of people call me about is, how do I sell things on eBay? And I always have to tell them, I know how to buy things on eBay.
But that's the smartest way to start. The smartest way to start is to start by buying things. First of all, because you learn some of the jargon that they use. There are little abbreviations that are used. And secondly, because feedback is very important on eBay when you're being a seller, and you can get feedback as a buyer. So for those reasons, and just to familiarize yourself with the whole site, it's a good idea to buy first.
Well, before we get started buying, I know I do it all the time, but is it really safe to buy on eBay? I mean, are you sure you're going to get the item? It's the world's largest garage sale.
Yes, but you know, as far as the sellers are concerned, you look at their feedback, you see what other people have said about them, and it's, you know, it's as safe as buying from any place else.
Okay.
And if you're unhappy with it, first of all, read carefully what it says, and most places will take returns within 7 days, and you can always return it.
Have you ever had a bad experience on eBay?
Well, as a seller, I had one unfortunate incident which cost me something that people as a seller should always do. First of all, one of the things that you need when you're a seller is a postal scale that will weigh your packages so you know what the postage is going to be. But when you're weighing your package, put it in the box that it's going to be mailed in. Because I was selling something, and after it was sold, I couldn't find a box for it. When I finally was able to find a box for it, not realizing it was oversized. So it cost me a lot more money than I charged for the postage.
So the moral of the story is, get a box.
If you're going to sell, weigh it in the box. If you can't find a box to fit it in, maybe you shouldn't be selling it.
But you've never been burned on eBay?
No, I haven't. I have not had a problem on eBay with buying anything, and I've bought a lot of stuff.
Good to know. Yeah, well, I've bought a lot of stuff too. I especially like all the toys shipped straight from Hong Kong for my boys who like Pokemon things. And then there was that incident when you sold a punching bag for me.
Oh, do you remember that? That was great.
This was a great What happened was I had purchased a small punching bag at IKEA. It was only about $6 or $8. I got it home from the store, and my husband took one look and said, "Are you out of your mind? This is not getting hung up anywhere." So, of course, it went to the basement with everything else. I periodically clear out my basement and put it in the car and drive it to my mother's house and ask her to just put it on eBay for me. And like she does with her other clients, she'll put the things on eBay and she gets a commission for all of her work. Well, she put the punching bag on eBay. I had spent $6 on it. I think she sold it for $24.
Well, you didn't tell them ahead of time that we bought it in IKEA.
Well, no, but you haven't heard a complaint yet.
Absolutely not. Whoever bought it was very happy with it.
Now, what about things that are name brand? Like if I'm buying a Coach purse or Prada shoes.
Oh, now let me tell you what happened. I was selling something on eBay I had purchased at a thrift shop, because that's a cool thing to do. You buy something at a thrift shop and then you sell it on eBay. And it said it was a Kate Spade. And I put it up, and eBay pulled it down because it was not a Kate Spade. It was a, what do you call that? You know, facsimile.
Counterfeit?
Counterfeit. Right.
How did they know?
Evidently, people from Kate Spade and any of those places like Coach and what have you watch to make sure that you're not trying to sell one of those counterfeit items.
They could tell from a picture?
Evidently.
I can't even tell in person.
I was mortified because certainly I wasn't trying to cheat anybody. I had no idea.
Wow.
So
okay, so if I buy a Kate Spade bag on eBay,
it's probably really a Kate Spade bag.
Wow.
Yes, because they do watch.
Okay, well, let's take a look around. Here we are, ebay.com, easy to remember, and we're just going to take a look at some listings here. I've logged into your account, Mom.
Yes.
So I can
shops and discovers.
So I can see what you've been looking at lately because it comes up with your recent searches. So I see you've been looking at butterball turkey fryers. Let's click on that and see what comes up. And here's one. So we could look at a listing. Now, there's a couple of things I noticed, and maybe you can explain to us. There's a starting bid, and I can place a bid here. There's $145 and I can place a bid, or I could buy it now for $160. What's the difference? Well, obviously $15, but
all right. Once somebody puts a bid in, even if it's for $146, the buy it now disappears. It's a special service, costs you I think 50 cents more to have a buy it now
as
on
the
eBay.
Seller, you mean?
As the seller,
okay.
Yes, for your listing. It costs about 50 cents more, I believe. And he figures, I guess, that it's worth $160. So if somebody wants it immediately and doesn't want to have to wait for the 7 days until it closes, they can buy it now for $160. However, if somebody bids for it at $146, somebody else can't turn around and buy it for $160. The buy it now disappears. And it could very well go up to more than what the buy it now price was.
Okay, so it might be, if I look at it and I really, really want this turkey fryer and I won't, let's see, time left, 5 days. So if I don't want to wait the 5 days and go through a whole bidding war with people, I can just click there and they'll be sending me a turkey fryer.
That's exactly right.
But if I put in a bid for, say, $146, then in 5 days, assuming nobody has outbid me, I'll get the turkey fryer.
Right.
Now I have a question. It says here, time left 5 days, 8 hours. It ends at 1 o'clock in the morning Pacific time.
Pacific time, yes.
Okay, well, I wasn't planning on being awake at that time. Do I have to stay awake?
1 o'clock in the morning Pacific time is 4 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard?
Right.
Yes.
So do I have to be awake at 4 o'clock in the morning to buy this turkey fryer?
No. eBay has proxy bidding. So say this is $145 and you bid the $145 and you're willing to go to $155.
Okay.
You can put your highest bid down at $155. If nobody else bids for it in that time, you still get it for $145.
Oh, the person doesn't know I was willing to spend $155.
Nobody knows. But when people start bidding for it, you will continue to come up as the top bidder until somebody passes the $155 that you put out as your top bid.
Oh, I see. So I don't have to stay up till 4 in the morning.
No, absolutely
I
not.
should put in my top bid.
But if it closes at a decent hour, sometimes it's fun to watch the last minute.
Is it like a real auction with the...
It is indeed. And sometimes when it's a whole bunch of people are bidding for it at the very last minute, you know, the last 2 minutes of the auction can be very exciting. I mean, some things that I've sold, I've just sat there and watched as the bids come in all of a sudden in the last 2 minutes.
But not at 4 in the morning.
No, not at 4 in the morning.
Now, a few things I also noticed. Shipping. Good to notice, because you don't want to buy something without looking at the shipping charges.
Yes, because you have to realize that plus the $160 would be $25.
And it's coming from Reno, Nevada. Now, I know with some of the things I've bought that I've seen that they were coming from Hong Kong. Now, I might have gotten a really good deal on it, but if my son's birthday is next week, I can't go for that Hong Kong stuff.
Well, actually, no, you're absolutely right. But occasionally they do get it here pretty quickly from Hong Kong, amazingly. You know, I have gotten things within a week. But yes, if you have a time constraint, you've got to look at, I always like to see, you know, okay, these people are in New Hampshire, I should get it relatively fast.
Okay, so it's good to check.
Absolutely.
Just in case. Now over here in seller information, it says 16 stars, 100% positive feedback. What does that mean?
Now they only have a feedback of 16. 16 people have commented on them. And you don't know if those are buyers when they were buying or if they got that feedback as selling. That's why I said it's good to buy first, because you can build up some of your feedback.
Oh, see,
but when the feedback is that low, they might never have sold an item before.
Now, I've only bought on eBay myself.
And you could have 100
stars.
Absolutely.
So if I then came on as a seller, if I wasn't going to use you as my eBay seller, if I came on as a seller, all of my 100 stars from all of those pokey things I've bought, they'd all be there?
That's why I said, as a buyer, you can build up your feedback as long as you, and many sellers will say to people, send me some good feedback and I'll send you, you know.
You help me and I'll help you.
Yes, you build up your feedback while you're buying.
Okay. Now there's one more place I wanted to look at, and that's a button up here called My eBay. Right. Now, we're logged in right now to your account.
Right.
Obviously, if we weren't logged in, it wouldn't say My eBay. Right. But since we are, I'm just going to click on that, and it's going to give me a summary.
Now, they've changed the summary pages of late. It used to give you your selling things and your buying things all on one page.
Well, let's see.
Now you have to go to the selling things.
I see what you've been watching.
And what I've bought. This awful pair of pants. What was I thinking?
And where's the stuff that you're in the middle of selling?
Now you have to go a little bit further down again.
Oh, wait, here, selling.
Yes, all selling.
All selling, okay. Okay, so these are the items that you're in the middle of selling.
Right.
A turkey fryer. What a surprise.
Well, that's why, see, I looked at the turkey fryers first to see what the prices were and how they were doing. You always do that before you put something up for sale because you want to know how much to put it up for.
Right. And over here is your food processor that you're selling.
Exactly.
Well, we're going to talk about selling on eBay now that everyone in our audience is going to go out shopping.
Okay.
But next, we'll sell.